Joining us now is Fox and Friends Weekend co-host Pete Hegseth. Pete, so great to see you. I want to get to this woke military stuff in a second, but there's something I really wanted to talk to you about because it's come up in the last few days. Obviously, we're all still reflecting on the terrible school shooting in Texas. Details still emerging. I don't want to get into the specifics, but there's something that I've heard mentioned by friends, specifically on the question of how it may be possible to enlist the support of our great vets community in protecting schools. You're such a key leader in that community. I just wondered what you made of this. The idea, I think, was to partner schools with vets in the community and actually have them be part of the protection for schools. What do you think of that?
Steve, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a way to be proactive. It's a way to harden these sites. It's a way to bring in people quickly who have that experience, who understand weapon systems and threats, and frankly are members of the local community, whether it's retired law enforcement or retired vets or guys that have moved on to another part of their lives. No one loves their community more than those who are willing to put their lives on the line. So I think I'd rather not see a federal corps doing this, but state by state and school district by school district partnering with existing organizations that find these guys and gals and put them in the right places. Feels like an actual proactive solution to something that it's easy to talk about with talking points, but finding something real and tangible can be difficult. I like the idea.
Exactly. That's what I liked about it. It just sounded constructive and practical, and something that could be done. Let's move on to the subject that I kind of set up there, which is the way in which the kind of priorities of the military under this Biden regime seem to be completely twisted. And if you just look at the kinds of things they're saying, I mean, this climate stuff was just the other week. They were going on about how I think the greatest threat facing the country that the military had to defend against was climate change. I mean, what's going on?
You've got the manifestation of critical race theory through diversity, equity, and inclusion. You want to use the word systemically burrowed into the Department of Defense. So that's the one side of the sort of woke military aspect. And then you have military leaders who've gone to the same elite institutions. And most people don't know that most of our generals at one point went to a graduate program at some Ivy League or woke university that tells them that climate change is the single greatest threat we face. They drag those views into the Pentagon, and then that drives planning, which is why, as China's looking to take land and build their legacy, we're worried about building electric vehicles and electric tanks by 2050. It's not about, it's not about the lethality we're going to need to defeat our enemies. It's about virtue signaling to the world about how clean we're going to be when it has no reflection on our ability to close with and destroy the enemy. And guess what? The Army I joined, and I still know, is the most diverse, the most equal, and the most inclusive institution on the planet. And we thrive on unit cohesion, but DEI and CRT are meant to divide our troops, which is what it does. And it doesn't make them any better as a fighting force. It's insidious. And any future leader needs to go right at the heart of the problem.
And do you think, Pete, just quickly, that new leadership could turn this around quickly? Because it feels to me like this is an infection at the top, not throughout the military.
Both. You're going to need a new commander-in-chief who says, knock it off. But you also are going to need to change the promotion and incentive system, which incentivizes commanders who conform to the latest woke fad inside their training process and promote, likewise, fellow thinkers who are focused more on being woke than creating, realistic combat training for their troops. So going along to get along is the best way to get promoted, which is where you get political generals and not warfighters. So you'd have to do both.
Well, it's so important. I mean, in a way, a few things that are more important. So it's fantastic that you could join us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.